Well, hello, my name is Douglas. I appreciate you checking out the video. Today we are going to attempt to reinstall a starter on a 69 Chevy truck. But you gotta kind of watch all the things that actually happen. So let's start with this. And if you see on the truck it has 8, that means 8 cylinders and a 350. This truck does not have a 350 and it has a 327, and somehow a starter for a 350 actually was put in it. Since then I went down and got a starter, the correct starter for a 327. So motor's looking pretty good. Got the new Elderbrock going on it and all that. Runs a lot better. You got to get the thing started though. So we're going to start with looking at the starter here. And on this, on the old starter, these right here were the bolts for the other starter, which was for a 350. And as you can see, they are way too long to have this work. So over here I've gone down and gotten these are 3/8 by 16. 16 is the thread pattern, and they are 3 1/4 inches long, and these are hardened bolts, and you can see them by these little marks on the back side of this. I may or may not use a lock washer, but this is what is going to come up through here. This thing, and yeah, if you read a little marking on the side, may require shims. This is a shim, and so ain't no telling what's going to happen today. These are this is how a whole shim would be put in, and depending on the instructions of what the motor does. So we're going to actually start with no shims. Another thing I wanted to point out, yeah, these things are heavy, is you got 2 down here. You have this is what I'm going to hook up, because this truck has a electronic ignition that I have put on. This is for the old style points, so you would hook up this side for that, and I believe it was a yellow wire. Otherwise this is, I believe it's kind of like a brown or a purple wire. And up here you have a really big nut, and that's for your main wire coming down. So, you know, before you even get started on this thing, it's really good to come in and you know, find your nuts and bolts and make sure that they actually fit. Is it that, or is it a, it is not a 9/16, so I will have to find a socket for whatever size bolt that is. Actually, I might use an open end. It would be a lot easier to install this thing with that. And we're getting ready to go under it, and I'll show you what's going on. It's really simple. You have your 2 main bolts that hold it together right here, then going under it. Oh, did I mention I'm claustrophobic? So you just get that out of your brain, get set down, and we'll go upside down. Here we go. So now that we're under the truck, yeah, there's obstacles in the way. And this thing right here is called a flywheel, and behind that is the torque converter. And right here is where this thing's going to land at. You usually have 2, you remember that one big old bolt, that's what this is going to hook up to, and it is kind of a brown purple looking wire. And this is where the other, this side will hook up to the S. And but before, over time, I actually probably need to replace this wire. But for now, I'm going to take basically black tape, electrical tape, and tape it, because you can kind of see some of the ends right here are showing. And if that connects to that, that's going to be a problem. So in the meantime, so when I come in here, first thing you do is you lift this thing up and hook it to this big old wire. Otherwise, if you put it on the small one, the whole thing will fall and break and fall on your face, and that really hurts. My daughter's boyfriend knows for a fact. So coming out, well, the first thing I'm going to do is find me some electrical tape and clean all them ends off and all that, and then go under there, retape it. And then just, take your time, and you will save a ton of money working on your vehicle yourself. So I appreciate you checking it out, and I'll shoot another one later.